Black is evil, and evil is black. And devil's food is black.
Well, son, I'll tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal stab. It's had taxes and splinters and boards torn up and places with no carpets on the floor.
Hello, I'm Kirsten Fisher, class of 2022, and this is my poetry program. Our mothers, our shields, protectors, defenders, teachers, and cheerleaders. When I think of my mother, I think of perseverance and sacrifice. I see the intentionality behind her words as she teaches me of my worth in a world that tries to convince me I am unworthy. It is by her example that I'm able to stand before you today with my head held high and a smile on my face. Proud to be the daughter of my mother. Proud to be a Black woman in America. Through the poems, My People by Langston Hughes, What Shall I Tell My Children Who Are Black? Reflections of a Black Mother by Margaret Burroughs, Mother to Son by Langston Hughes, and The Calling of Names by Maya Angelou. I bring to you the story of the Black mother. Went from being called a colored man after answering said, hey, nah, that's a big jump. Anyway, you figure from colored man to Negro with the hidden caps was like saying Japanese instead of Jets, I mean, during the war. What shall I tell my dear ones, raised in a white world, a place where white has been made to represent all that is good and pure and fine and decent, where clouds are white and dogs are white and heaven surely is a white place with angels frozen white and cotton candy and ice cream and milk and ruffled Sunday dresses and green houses and long, sleek Cadillacs, all white. All white. The stars are beautiful. So the eyes of my people. What can I say therefore? When my child comes home in tears because a playmate has called him black, big lipped, black nose, and nappy headed. What will he think when I dry his tears and whisper, yes, that may be true, but no less beautiful and dear? What will he think? How shall I lift up his head, get him to square his shoulders, look his adversaries in the eye? Confidence of the knowledge of his worth, serene under his sacred skin, and proud of his own beauty. What can I do to give him strength that he may come to life's adversity as a whole human being, unwarped and human in a world of bias, flaws, and inhumane practices? that he might survive. And survive he must, for who knows? This black child right here may bear the genius to discover the cure for cancer, or to chart the exploration of the universe. So, he must survive. For the good of all humanity, he must and will survive. The next big step was a change for True from being a Negro in caps to being a Jew.
But all the time, I started climbing on and reaching landings and turning corners and sometimes going in the dark where I've been no light.
Beautiful also is the sun. Beautiful also are the souls of my people. I have drunk deeply as of late from the fountain of my black culture, sat at the knee and learned from Mother Africa, discovered the truth of my heritage, the truth so often obscured and omitted, and I have found I have much to say to my black children. I will lift up their heads with the story of their fathers and fathers' fathers, and I shall take them in a way back in time of when kings and queens ruled the Nile and measured the stars and discovered the laws of mathematics, upon whose backs had been built the wealth of continents. I will tell him this and more. Now, light, yellow, brown, and dark brown skin were okay colors to describe him. He changed his seasons like an almanac. Now, you'll get hurt if you call him anything but black. Bruh, I ain't playing this time. And his heritage shall be his weapon. His armor will make him strong enough for any battle he may face. And since his story is often obscure, I must sacrifice violence. Just as I sacrifice to feed, clothe, and shelter my children, I will do this for them. None will do it for me. I must find the truth of my heritage and pass it on to them.
So boy, don't you turn back now. Don't you sit down those stairs that you already climbed hard. Don't you fall now. Oh, eyes are still going, honey. Eyes are still climbing. And light for me ain't been no crystal stab.
Because I have always with the truth. My children and my children's children will venerate me. For it is the truth that will set us free.
A lawyer by day and a poet, asking about the balance between the joyful moments in life and writing about racism, how it functions, suffocates, dominates, governs in America. I feel you, Michael. I've seen my work reduced to being a black death rather than about a particular black life. I feel united. I'm happy then the news happens. I'm happy then boys shot, women shot, black men pierced with metal or choke out, however that it happened that time. I feel like I just want to write about the way that water falls from my grandma's lip every time she's trying to smile and drink at the same time. Or all the things that my homeboy looked like. Time and time again, we are called to the pulpits of poetry to eulogize and galvanize, to pen sermon after sermon about the murder of our own people at the hands of police and vigilantes. I want to be fierce in my pursuit of black joy. To forget what wicked things lurk behind joy's shoulder. Dear black man, I continue to carve the words. I love you into your skin with my eyes. I trade my initials for the bullets I've been taking. My cries for chrome knuckles raised to the sky and death and deconstruction of a system that don't want us here. So when you make it to the end of this year, you better remember this letter. For the black men that my love cannot protect. You are winged. Your eloquence is the gun they swear you have when they shoot you. Your existence is the antithesis of their contentment. The speed of your tongue is justification to stand their ground. For the world is not prepared for you. You are power. Dear black man, you make it to your 21st birthday, please celebrate to no end. For this is a major life event that no other race will understand. To be black and joyous means to understand something about survival. To understand what is daily missed you, raise your shoulder and instead show the blood of the one next to you. It means to know how quickly the party can turn into a wake. The thin line between a traffic stop and an execution. It means celebrating even in the midst of mourning. There is some profound and wretched violence done to us, all of us. I don't know exactly what it is or how to name it, but I know that part of my job is to join in the imagining of something else, something bigger and truer. And to belt out the song that imagining makes. Won't you, cathedral, build with me a room big enough for joy, where what ceases to end us is not simply not invited, but instead ceases to exist? Do you have the tools? Do you know the tools that we have yet to invent? I untinged black joy, to remove what haunts the corners of our happiness. I want to build a world where black people are not prospering in spite of something.
Thank you so much, Ilana, for that introduction. So just a short preface before I begin about my poem today. One, I do see my poems as living, breathing works of art, meaning no poem is ever truly complete. So today I have brought you a poem in progress that I intended to put calling our name and respect. I wrote this to capture my feelings towards the microaggression of misnaming and misidentification. My lived experiences with this, some at Cathedral and elsewhere in the world. When we celebrate Black history, we are essentially telling stories of Black people. Now, telling stories, there can be multiple ways to tell a story depending on who is involved in certain perspectives to be incorrect or wrong, depending on what we value in life. But what is irrefutable is the fact that who is involved in these stories and how to properly identify them. Since we're celebrating Black History Month, as Black people, if we don't have enough respect for ourselves to control how we want to be addressed, how we want to be named in this world, then we're essentially giving others a pass to name us and to write our stories as they see fit. So now I present you on respect and name. My name is Michaela. Sometimes it's Michelle, but usually the people who don't know me well. A pass I give to the first-time offenders, never an excuse for the fakes and pretenders who act like every time is the first time you meet. Michaela, I say, not Michelle, but I see how you get that. Years ago, somebody told a young me not to talk back about it, and I doubt that they were ever mistaken for someone who they weren't and thus left shaken by unspoken rules of naming, that is socially speaking. Rules to shrink blackness, frustration, and seething. Rule 1, don't blame what's not in jest. Still not an honest mistake to repeat the offense. Rule 2, make it easy for coma simulation, but I hardly give exceptions for names not my own. So my nickname is Kayla to the family that grew me. My mama, my dad, and my siblings below me, OG, don't say it if you don't know me. It's meant for the people of blood and longevity. The brevity bothers me in place of my real name. And coming from your lips, it's just not the same. I refrain from speaking anymore on that phenomenon, or microaggressive acts of naming to comment on. I'm not the Black girl you gave my name to in the 5th period. Nah, I'm not in that class. I don't even know who she told me. I never run deep. You see the pair and the Black face and the Black name you keep. I won't weep though, I'll correct you. When your tongue neglects you to capture the flow that my parents intended. Upended by my vanity, you need not be. I make a fuss to make sure that you remember me the way I desire. Won't make me a liar. It reassures you that your slip-ups are okay. They're not, never have been, and never will be. Don't take issue with the call-out for misnaming me. My foremothers taught me better when they helped shape my voice. To get my name right, you do not have a choice. Names have power and deserve respect. Any name not my own, I hereby reject. Pay attention and be mindful of the name you do. My name is Michaela. How about you?
Come on.
Kayla!
Okay, let me get on the next station. It's gonna be too hard to see because we got started station. I'm gonna need some time. This is crazy coordination. I'm gonna need some time. Hey, I said, let me get going on my automatic station. It's gonna be too hard to see because we got started station. I'm gonna give them time to speak before I keep the patient. I'm gonna need some wait. Okay, now wait.
Good job, Jay. Good job. You killed it.
Thank you, Taylor, for that wonderful introduction. Just let me take a second. Getting hot. Too much fire in this room. But first and foremost, I just like to give honor to God, who is the head of my life, and has blessed me with the opportunity to return and speak before my cathedral family today. And so today, I would like to share a couple of excerpts from my book, starting with my first poem entitled Ash Avenger. Legends call me Avatar, the Ash Avenger, reincarnated with the duty to correct errors caused by past terrors, but by meditating on history and submerged in discernment, I know that the same terrors as previously. They too reincarnated. I hail from the pyro race, whose members' hearts race, and they're always in danger of extinguishing or simply being fire, or rather a preconceived, predestined destroyer, a harboring hellraiser, a thug cursed and scarred for consuming buildings like the toxic barrier between addict and drug. Thus, they call me Life's Destroyer. But I'm Life's hottest roller. I blaze on due to tsunamis of pain, mountains despairing, and flaming fury in pursuit of my people's lost oxygen. I'm not just fire either. I am the air, currently dying water, where to splash by, and urging earth to rumble and rise, for I spit straight fire that burns eternally for eternity. I scream harmony, peace, justice, and freedom from cycles of unending suffering. Justly, passion, just is my nature. Drawing power from breath instead of muscle. I desire my people to heal now. My chakra crying louder than ever. And the cries are amplified by my ancestors' ashes who cry, you must bring balance to the ecosystem. You are the legendary, secondary, successor. Be the bridge between deaf legal bodies and us unheard spirits. Let not our souls slip away in vain. Burn on to change the old life, to make room for the new life we dreamed of. I, Avatar, the Ash Avenger, am now reborn, letting ancestral ashes ride on my fiery wings to flood the earth's dirt-filled ears now and until I set. That is my first reading. So this next poem is entitled Still We Blossom. I snapped a photo of this tree dividing my front yard from my neighbors. That day was a winter in spring's clothing, but still the tree blossomed. To capitalize on my Angelos, still I rise, I reply, still we blossom in the face of an enemy like Corona. Corona as in crown. The cat that completes the tire's attire, so surely enough, he felt entitled to rule our lives and deducted some taxes. However, I believe names hold power as crowns do. My first, Gabriel, the messenger angel, followed by my middle, Alexander, Greek warrior king. Outbreaks reign long before Corona, and I'd like to recover crowns who lost their owners to violence. Brianna Taylor. Even the EMT fell victim to a long line of emergencies because enforcers tailored her destiny with blunt bullets. Ahmaud Arbery. How are we to stop this life fire? Well, let us jog on till we find finish lines for the projects. George Floyd. Collectively, we share the same need on our next shouting, I can't. Can we stand to India, these stories, and fail to exhale sufficient resolve any longer? There's no Floyd Mayweather level comeback yet. We grow stronger, swifter, sharper, mind, body, and soul at full, constantly ascending capacity. Still, we blossom. Divine in the name of that tree's testimony. Plain possums, not a possible option. If we desire our trees to blossom this spring, the next, and the following, because despite winter hollering and refusal to chill, when his reign was over, the tree still recognized it was time. Time. That clock whose arms guide us to another future who wears her mask tighter than ever. That's right. The concept of the mask isn't new to her. But the future always wore a mask in hopes of shielding man from his own destruction. And so he may reconnect with his wife, Presence, who is pregnant with gifts and blessings we found or neglected, and now more than ever, it's our duty to parent, protect, and nourish so that we too flourish like that tree. Yes, it all traces back to that tree who stands tall, wearing a cherry blossom top despite all the weeds. But we sometimes forget we, unlike the tree, have feet. And as we march past April, we may as well skip June and greet July with fireworks cry, rise, 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 blossom. Let's spring forth with spring's mentality. Looking back, still we did. Looking forward, still we will. Staying centered, still we do.